Welcome, guys, to the Geordie Show. Today, we're going to be talking about a a mother in California that has that's now suing the school district that her child is in for manipulating her daughter into believing she was a transgender boy. Welcome again. My name is Jordan Avila. I'm your host with the Geordie Show. And without further ado, we're going to get into a quick video and just do a really fast show just on this video, kind of show you guys my view and take on all this. All right, let's jump right into the video here. I'm going to go ahead and take our little shot down here, give you guys a sneak preview of this video. So let's get it down here and let's pop this video up here, shall we? All right, go ahead and mute my mic real quick and hit play on this.
A California mom is livid and taking legal action towards her local school district. The mother claims her 11-year-old daughter was being encouraged and guided by teachers to transition into a boy without her knowledge. She actually says the two teachers from the school's UBU Equality Club gave her daughter tips on becoming a boy, which even included binding her breasts in an effort to hide them. So, you guys, the school is actually investigating the claim, and the teachers are on administrative leave. What are your thoughts about this as a parent?
My thing is,
Okay, so let's jump right into this. I'm very glad that they are on admin leave. I hope they're certainly not being paid for admin leave, but we all know how that goes. That's absurd. That's horrid. I cannot believe I can in today's world, unfortunately, but I can't believe that this is a thing now. Let's continue.
how much time did they have with this child? Like, how did this even come up? How does that come up? How does that conversation come up? Did the little girl go up to them and say, I can't say this to my parents?
That's what I would want to know.
You know, how would that come up?
Yeah.
But my thing is, as an adult, don't you have a responsibility to call the mom and say, listen, your daughter came up to me, and it's really not my place to tell her, but maybe I'm telling you so you can find a way to open this conversation up with her. I don't understand how teachers took it upon themselves, and something so
Yes, and she's right. This is a conversation that needs to be held between the child and the parent, not the teacher. I don't know where we got off on that, but she's right.
sensitive. If she went up to one teacher, she's not going to go up to two teachers. So did that teacher then enlist another teacher to come in and talk about this?
I have so many questions.
Well, the thing is, under the California and U.S. constitutions, you have a protected right to privacy, which includes the right to keep your sexual orientation, gender identity, or that you are transgender private. And the ACLU states that under state and federal law, students have privacy rights that extend to sexual orientation. Only in limited circumstances can a school notify a parent of their child's sexual identity without.
Okay, and I'm not sure where some of this is from. I want to look that up for sure because that I don't think there's any constitutional protection for a minor. I may be wrong. We do have freedom of speech, with the exception in institutions of profanity or violence and all that. But uh, that that can't be right. That's my initial reaction. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I don't think that's right. Yeah, let's keep on with this.
Their consent without
I have a
the
problem with
child's
that. I
consent.
have a problem with
So
that.
I think that is kind of like, what was going on there. And I just think that this is why we used to have parent teachers conferences.
Yes, they still do.
I mean, but
still do.
parents need to go to them.
Yes, this is why we have parent-teacher conferences. This is why we should. And coming from education, um, there's a litany of things of why we had parent-teacher conferences. It could be all the way down to Billy brought a toy gun to school for some reason, um, or they're having issues with other students or bullying. This is she's right on that. But yeah, let's continue on with this, huh?
Because you know how,
Oh, yeah, for
my
sure.
mama wouldn't go. Yes, like, Ma, you really do need to go to the
Right.
teacher conference and
Yeah.
figure out what's happening with me. But definitely go to the parent-teacher
Go to
conferences.
the parent-teacher conferences.
You know,
Ask questions.
ask
How's my
questions.
kid in school? And
Yeah.
if there's anything that's changed in the household, share that with the teacher because sometimes
And she brought a really good point on is things happen at home, and if changes happen at home, teachers need to be aware of that. Um, on that other side, teachers need to bring this up to the parents. They don't need to be talking to other teachers, like she was just saying in the beginning of the video. This is the whole point that we have our educators have parent-teacher conferences, and this is to inform the parents. Hey, look, we notice this is going on. Has something changed in the home? Are they doing okay? It is not just purely about grades. Remember that they have your children and that they're responsible for direct, direct conflicts or viewpoints or things that they instill into the kids. Yes, it happens at home first. Yes, you are the first line of defense, as you well should be. You're the parent of said child. But you need to understand that not all of this falls on the teacher. Now, this teacher obviously didn't get the memo that it's not appropriate to push this viewpoint onto this child. It's abuse, in my opinion. Let's continue.
let's say a parent leaves, one parent leaves, and now, the kid may be acting up in school, like inform the teacher. There's been some changes in our household. Please look out. Tell me if there's anything you see. But if these kids now have rights that the teachers can't disclose to the parents, I have a problem with that. You were there watching my child and teaching my child until I'm involved.
Yeah.
So
Yes, and I don't know if this is a California thing. I'm in Texas, but yeah, I've got a problem with that as well. That's why can't I know what my teachers are telling my kids? That's got to be back. That's backwards. There's got to be something inside. I don't know if that's a California thing, like I was saying. I'm in Texas, and yeah, there's just certain things that you don't do as an educator. That's definitely one of them. That teacher should be fired.
so why wouldn't you share with me?
I think it's important for the parents to talk to their child too. I mean, it had to be some signs there.
I just feel like if you have something called an equality club, you should also have resources that help parents have these conversations.
Yes.
I don't think it should be that now we
Okay, okay, here it goes again. This is the whole equality club thing. Here it goes. Oh, okay, equality. It's we don't need these kind of things in schools about sexuality. They have sex ed for that reason, and sex ed is taught in high school for that reason. Teachers don't need to be pushing these kids into, oh, well, it's okay to be a woman. I'm sorry, if it's okay to be a girl if you're a boy, and vice versa. That's not okay for a teacher to do. Good on this mom for taking this. For taking this on. It's not okay for teachers to be doing this to children, nor do we need clubs in school. I'm sorry. No, we don't need clubs in school for this. No.
are hiding information and the equality club now becomes this place where you can tell us things that we don't tell the parents. I think the key is to help the communication between the child and the parent. That's what the equality club should.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, you need to foster the communication between the parent and child, not between some club that they're in and they can talk amongst themselves and fester on ideas that you may not even believe in as the parent of this child. You may not even deem it okay. I for one wouldn't. I don't deem any of this okay. Let's continue.
Should be doing is bring in resources and therapy and counselors and help communicate and have the conversations. Because if I was in this situation as a parent, what would hurt my heart the most is not the transitioning of my child.
No,
it's not any of those things,
no.
or my child being a bisexual.
Yeah.
What would crush my heart is the idea that my child felt more comfortable telling two teachers,
Yes.
but didn't feel comfortable telling me.
Because
Yes.
a lot of
Okay, let's get at this. Yeah, I've got to agree with her. And I'm not saying that it's okay, in my opinion, for my children to come out and be gay. I'm a Christian. I'm a conservative. I'm not. It's not okay. They would go to hell for it. It's a sin, and it's a pretty egregious one at that. But at the same time, I would be hurt if they couldn't come to me and tell me this, because it's the same thing as if they were being bullied or they had something that they had done wrong and they couldn't come to me and talk to me as their parent. I would hope that they can, that they would feel safe enough to come and talk to me about these things and not come to some complete stranger who they've only known for X amount of time, regardless if they're an educator or not. And keep in mind, this is coming from someone that, I've taught in 9th through 12th grade. I would I would be heartbroken if that's the case. I agree with her. Let's go on. Let's keep the train moving. We're almost done with this video, and we'll get to more stuff in that too.
That would
A lot
break
of
my heart.
children in this country
That's
are
how they
like
feel.
that.
That's true.
A lot of
It is.
families and a lot of parents are
That's the
open.
reality.
And that's why, we try to be inclusive and be open and try to have conversations.
You have to be.
That
You
because
ha-
a
and
lot
that's
of
where
kids have to
trust
go
comes
to
in,
school.
and that's where the kids have to trust you.
Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying any of this stuff is okay that the teacher's doing or the society as a whole is doing, but yes, you should be having conversations with your children. Don't get me wrong; I've got no problem talking about sex, and answering any questions they may or may not have. These are things that are the parents' duty. It's not like that this is something that you push off the teachers. As an educator, educators are being given all of these things that, quite frankly, they shouldn't have to have. It's not their duty. It's not their job. They're not the parent. Okay, let's move on.
As a parent,
Yeah.
that they can come to you. I say this almost on a daily basis. My kids are sick of it. You can tell me anything. You can tell me anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's something you think you're going to be in trouble for, you can tell me because it's important for them to know they have your trust.
I want to know my
You know?
kid.
Okay, so that was the video there. Let's move into this and kind of dissect a little bit of what I think about this video. One, uh, they're correct. Okay, let's get at this. Let's say, God forbid, one of my children comes out and they're homosexual. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's okay. My God does not think it's okay. I believe in God. I believe in that Jesus Christ came down and He is our Savior. I'm a Christian. I'm a conservative. Now, keep in mind that just because my viewpoint is this doesn't mean that I'm going to judge you or chastise you or treat you any differently. I don't have that right. God doesn't give me that right. He gives none of us that right. He has the sole right to judge. We don't. Now, with all that being said, if that were to happen, I'm not going to go kick my son out. Okay. Oh, you know what, Johnny? Bye. You, you're doing something against me. I'm not going to kick him out. Am I going to think? Am I going to expect that to be okay in my household because of someone else or some teacher or whatever? No, it's not okay. And it's not okay for teachers or other parents or anyone else to be inflicting and manipulating these children with beliefs that may not even be the beliefs of the parent. My religion and my views aside, we shouldn't be allowing teachers to think that they can tell Johnny or Sally or whoever to be whatever they want. It's unacceptable and immoral to tell a child that, oh, you're a girl. Well, if you think you're a boy, that's okay. Who are we as who are we as an educator, other parents or people in general, or society in general, to tell children that that kind of thing's okay? Um, it isn't. It isn't. And just to get to the point, just to tell you guys, it is not okay. It isn't okay to tell a minor that it's okay to be something they are biologically not. Now, we're manipulating them into thinking that they are different sexes when they're not, and that gender is just some construct, and it's not. You're either biologically a male or a female, or something called intersect, which is something completely different, but not on this video. But if you're born a male, then you're a boy. If you're born a female, then you're a girl. And the fact that these teachers and these people are trying to tell them otherwise, more or less to a child, if you're an adult, go do whatever you want. You're an adult. Who am I to say otherwise? I mean, um, but it's not okay. That's the whole point. The whole point of all this, it is not okay to be telling our children these things. Anyway, I'll get more on this topic. I'm going to have a lot more on these topics, and you guys may not like it. You guys may like it. If you like it, if you don't like it, give it a thumbs up and put some comments down as to what you think. And I'm from home today. These videos will get better and all that. But subscribe if you liked what you heard, or if you like some of my viewpoints. I'm pretty interactive with my viewer base. So, all right, guys, that is all I have for now. In a nutshell, it's wrong. It's just all wrong. Today's values are going down the toilet, and I'll tell you more about that in more videos. So, have a good one, guys. Stay safe, and always